Before a single drop of syrup exists, there is only the field.
8 rows at a time to you. The harvest has no patience for daylight.
Ton by ton, the raw material begins its long journey inward. The elevator waits, the first checkpoint before the factory floor. Below the surface, the process has already begun. Every kernel counted. Every foreign object caught before it rises. Upward tune, grain moves to storage, waiting for the factory to call. Storage is never the destination, only the pause before movement. From bin to bay, the grain never stops moving forward. One truckload, thousands of kernels, one destination.
60 miles of open road, and the factory is already waiting.
Weight confirmed. Seal intact. The factory accepts delivery.
Inside the fence now crouching. Every path leads to the same machine. The grain enters the system, and the factory begins its work. From the outside, it is steel and steam. Inside, it is science. Every worker who enters this building follows the same protocol, no exceptions.
Inside, the scale of it stops you. The machines are enormous, and they never sleep.
Every level of this building holds another layer of the process. The data tells the truth before the machine does. The steep water carries the first chemical signature of what this corn will become. The germ must be saved mind. It carries the oil. The endosperm carries the starch. Softened by water and time, the kernel is finally ready to be broken. Beyond this door, the corn stops being corn. Oil and starch, Rhymbian, 2 products, 2 directions, 1 machine. The screen divides what the mill could not, fiber from starch, particle by particle. Centrifugal force does what gravity alone cannot. It pulls the starch from the gluten at speed. 3 centrifuges running simultaneously, processing tons of starch every hour. 9 washes, 9 chances to remove what does not belong in the final product. At 1200 revolutions per minute Sangens, water surrenders to the starch. Pure, dense, white. This starch cake is the foundation of everything that follows. 180 degrees of heat, and the water is gone in seconds.
Dry, free-flowing, pure white onlin. The starch is ready to be remade into something new.
Dry powder becomes liquid again, but this time it carries a different destiny.
Steam and pressure in 1 instant, and the starch granule ceases to exist.
Alpha amylase, the first enzyme. It breaks the chain but does not finish the job. Temperature is not just a condition here, it is a precise instruction to the enzyme. 48 hours inside this vessel, and every chain is broken down to its simplest form. The filter removes what the enzyme left behind.
protein, fiber, everything that is not glucose.
Color is not quality, but its absence proves the carbon has done its work. Every mineral removed, every ion accounted for. The syrup is becoming something precise. There it is. After every machine, every enzyme, every stage and residue, corn syrup. At 71% solids permanent, the syrup finds its identity.
Every pipe, every valve, every temperature, watched from one room, around the clock.
Check the saccharification reactor flow rate. We have a variance.
48 valves, 0 manual turns. The system routes itself.
Confirmed, line 2 is active.
The machine tests itself ripsridis and reports before any human can.
While one vessel runs, another is being cleaned. The factory never chooses between the two.
A fraction of a milliliter per minute, and the entire batch changes character.
The best automation still needs someone walking the line.
Amber becomes green. The machine and the human, neither sufficient alone.
The finishing hall demands a different standard, cleaner, quieter, more precise. 1 tank, 2 lines. The buffer holds the rhythm so the lines never starve. 5 microns. The last line of defense before the syrup meets its final form.
5 microns. The last line of defense before the syrup meets its final form.
38 degrees. The syrup arrives at the filling line exactly as engineered.
Sealed, torqued, verified. The drum is now a product, not a container.
8 heads, 8 streams. Every drum filled to within 50 grams of specification.
71.3, 96.8. Numbers that mean everything to the customer.
Every batch sends its evidence to this room, and this room decides its fate.
22. The carbon columns strip the color without stripping the quality.
4.91. The ion exchange system has earned its place in this process.
72 hours before the plates speak poning, but the batch cannot wait. History and data carry the confidence forward. 275.25 kilograms. The scale does not approximate. 1 signature, 1 countersignature. Batch 2024 C0847 is released to the world.
The warehouse receives what the laboratory releases, not before and never without. Wrap tight, stable. 4 drums become 1 unit, until ready for any distance.
4 drums per pallet. 1,100 kilograms of corn syrup, wrapped and waiting.
Bay 3C14. The warehouse knows exactly where every kilogram lives. Signed, matched, authorized. The batch begins its final movement.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pallet by pallet, the batch transfers from the factory's care to the roads. And this is how modern factories produce corn syrup, from start to finish.